Alright guys, now it is time for our top 5 segment, and of course this past week it was May the 4th.
Yes.
So it's International Star Wars Day.
So many new Star Wars things on Disney Plus, you know, like we talked about. It only made sense that it would be a Star Wars category.
Of course.
Look at the Funkos.
Exactly.
I mean, hello.
Exactly. I mean, these are all my Funkos of Star Wars right now. There's 11 of them, I believe. So it's beautiful, beautiful, man. Literally, like 4 of my top 5 are up here right now.
That's awesome.
So you can guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's top 5 Star Wars characters.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. It was hard, man, especially with this universe that keeps expanding.
But I like this, though, because there were some new characters that came out over the past couple of years or so that I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So, you know, gave us a little something to play with.
Yes. My number 5 is Mace Windu. I mean, who doesn't love fucking Samuel Jackson?
I mean, come on.
I know. He's just such a badass. I loved him in the prequels. I hope they eventually do like his standalone movie or bring him back into the movies because he definitely deserves it.
I mean, they're talking about that Obi-Wan series, so it makes sense that we might see old Mace, right?
That would be epic.
Can I just go on record and say, too, that Mace Windu, the most epic badass lightsaber.
Agreed.
Purple.
Yeah, it's so good.
It beats all the rest of them. That
so
purple
good.
fucking, like, fuck the red, fuck the green, fuck all that. Purple.
Exactly.
Samuel L. Jackson knows how to fucking do it.
Oh, yeah,
I bet that was his idea.
He's got style.
Yeah, he's like, I want a fucking purple lightsaber. You know he did.
All right.
Like, okay.
So funny. So funny.
My number 5 is the master himself, Yoda.
Yeah.
How can you not like Yoda?
I feel you.
Sure, we've got the child. We've got Baby Yoda. We don't know if it's Baby Yoda, if it's related to Yoda. We don't know. Cute, adorable. Everybody loves him. But there is no child.
No.
There is no any without the master himself, Yoda.
Agreed.
I mean, I thought Frank Oz was absolutely brilliant. I mean, just the way the puppetry, just the whole thing with Yoda, and then in the prequels when he's flipping around doing all the kind of like, and you get to see the stuff. I just love Yoda, man. I love Yoda.
I agree. My number 4 is bringing it to the newest edition of Star Wars, Finn.
Yes.
I love fucking Finn because he is a stormtrooper who can think for himself.
Yes.
Like, completely just like, this isn't me. This isn't me. I don't care if I'm a fucking clone. I can think for myself. So I think that was a completely new way to approach a character in the Star Wars franchise, so I love that.
And he's kind of this generation's Han Solo.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I mean, good pick, man.
Yeah.
Good pick. I, too, am keeping with the new generation and one of the newer characters, which focuses on the old backstory of Boba Fett, but Mando, man.
For
the
sure.
Mandalorian. I just
sure.
think Pedro Pascal is killing it. I love the Favreau series. I love everything about this. This idea of a guy who can never take off his mask.
Yeah.
You know, he can't ever show his face and he just lives this life of obscurity. It's a fascinating story to me, and I just really like this thing. Mando.
Agreed.
Mando.
My number 3 is R2-D2.
Yes.
In any of the incarnations that they put him in, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Ben Kenobi would have never got that message without R2-D2.
No.
So I'm just saying, I mean, and plus he's like one of the first like non-human characters to come on screen and completely steal any scene that he's in.
He totally stole every scene. He's fantastic, man.
Exactly. Just his little beeps, you know he's talking shit.
Exactly.
He's like, you little bitch.
Exactly. My number 3 is a combo because I feel like you can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
Han Solo and Chewie.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. They're like regular original space gangsters, you know?
For sure.
I mean, it's just... I love the whole renegade style. I love the whole I'm gruff, I'm mean, I'm a badass, but I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
I got a soft heart.
Exactly.
I travel around with this Wookiee.
I mean,
come on, man. That relationship, that's the ultimate bromance, right? Like, I feel like any bromance after that is all stemmed from the two of them.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, Harrison stopped flying.
Yes.
I love Han Solo. Harrison stopped flying. It's time to park the Millennium Falcon, my friend.
Oh
it's time
God.
to. It's okay.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
If Chewie were here, he'd say, "Bah!" Like, just like no.
Oh my God. My number 2 was Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader.
Yes.
I know it's like one of the same, two different same characters, whatever. But I mean, Anakin Skywalker, it was the chosen one. He was supposed to be
That's right.
the one who brings balance back to the Force. I mean, of course, until Emperor Palpatine fucked that all up. But I love.
Did he now?
He did. He fucked it all up. But I mean, it's always because of a girl. It's because he wanted to save Padme.
Everything is about a girl.
I know.
It's in the history of all mankind. It's always about a girl.
I know. But I love Anakin was so misunderstood, but so powerful at the same time.
It's true.
I love, especially now watching the Clone Wars, seeing more progression of his character, especially as a Jedi Master. So that's pretty epic. And then Darth Vader, of course, because they're at the end of Return of the Jedi, which is my favorite Star Wars movie, by the way.
Yes.
He showed that he was still in there. Even though he was manipulated by the dark side, he was still in there. Anakin was still in there. So, yes, Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader.
So it makes total sense.
Yeah.
My number 2, we've addressed, R2-D2.
Yes.
I agree with everything you said. Stole every scene. He always got everybody out of trouble.
It's
He's
true.
the guy that
He
didn't,
saved everybody.
Yeah, if they were shooting at him or whatever, he'd be like, and he'd still kind of do his thing. You know, he was great. But you know why R2-D2 is on my list? Because he had to put up with whiny bitch Luke and whiny bitch C-3PO his whole existence.
Both of them.
He was trapped between two whiny bitches the entire saga. And R2-D2's like, fuck it. Just fuck it. You're whining like a little bitch. You're whining like a little... I'm just going to fix some shit and we're going to get out of this.
It's all
Good for R2-D2, man. R2-D2.
I know. He pulls it all together.
He does.
He really does.
He's like, whiny. Just do it. Just do it.
I
Like,
know.
you know,
So
good
epic.
for R2-D2.
So epic. But not my number 1 pick is, like you had it on yours, Yoda.
Yeah.
By far the best Grand Master Jedi, in my opinion. He's just such a fucking badass. Like, so many like ways to manipulate the Force and use the Force to his advantage. He's by far the best Jedi ever, in my opinion. So Yoda, number 1, fucking badass.
I totally agree. He's a badass. I mean, without doubt. And my number 1, Rey.
Yeah?
And I'll tell you why. And this is nothing against Carrie Fisher. I absolutely adored Carrie Fisher. I loved Princess Leia. But I got to be honest. I think that Rey was everything that I felt like Leia and Padme should have been. She's like the epitome of, like if you were to
Strong
combine
woman,
them.
like-
Strong woman, Jedi, has her faults, but gets through her shit. And like I just feel like if you were to merge Padme and Leia, that's Rey.
Yeah.
And she was just badass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to, you know, and I thought Daisy Ridley was just brilliant.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
in the
attacked
role.
it brilliantly. And I loved how in Rise of Skywalker you saw Leia doing Jedi training so that she actually became a Jedi. 'Cause
Right.
She is also a badass.
Exactly. So, yeah, I really like the storyline of Rey. And I hope, even though the Skywalker saga is over, we see her at least at some point in some future iteration.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, rumor has it that with the new character that What's-Her-Face is playing in The Mandalorian.
Rosario Dawson?
Apparently Anakin might come back, and What's-His-Face that played Anakin might come back
Hayden
too.
Christensen.
Yeah.
So that'd be really exciting,
That would be
right?
really freaking
I mean,
cool. I wonder
so-
how they would approach that, since he'd kind of be Darth Vader now, because that's where we're at in the timeline. But if they did a whole completely different version, who knows? But just so many possible stories in the Star Wars universe. I mean, even before Marvel, there was Star Wars.
That's right.
So,
And George Lucas did it his way.
yeah, exactly.
You know, go Sinatra, but you start a 9-picture saga with number 4.
Yeah, right.
Who does that?
Who does that?
He's like, I've got this idea for 9 movies. We're going to start in the middle with number 4.
Exactly.
What? But, I mean, God bless Lucas. It worked, right? It's like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's how we're doing it.
And I mean, one character that I will say that probably was the spawn for Mando and no Jedi shit involved was the Rogue One characters.
Yeah.
Because that movie showed that this franchise could still be successful without any sort of lightsabers, any Jedis, anything like that. So that was honestly one of my favorite movies as well.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And the rumor is they're continuing that as well, so I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I mean, Taika Waititi is going to direct a Star Wars film, so, I mean, I'm really excited about that.
Me too.
I'm really excited I can just pronounce his name right.
Do you think Favreau's going to, like, executive produce all the future Star Wars movies?
I hope so.
I just feel like that's going to happen.
Well, like you said before, I mean, Feige Marvel, Favreau Star Wars.
I think so.
Badass.
I mean, if it's true that Kathleen Kennedy is eventually stepping away, which it seems like every other week we hear that rumor, Favreau would be the obvious choice to take over. You know?
Yeah.
Keep the executive producer tag on the Marvel side, but run Lucasfilm.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that would be brilliant.
I agree. Great top 5 segment. And what is your top 5 Star Wars characters out there? We want to know. Comment below on either our podcast descriptions or comment on our YouTube channel or add us on Twitter because we want to know. We like hearing different opinions and perspectives. Like, there's so many good characters that there's only 5. We can only name so many. So tell us, and may the Force be with you.
That's right.